Hey Boon Squad, how you guys doing? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. So, as you know, this channel is for art and vlogs and really anything that I feel like doing, but mostly stuff in real life. I do occasionally do the digital stuff like digital art or that's all that I can think of right now, but anyway. Today I am bringing you a brand new series, and this series is going to be called something that I have not come up with yet, but I will at the very end of this video. Probably, maybe, or later on, I don't know. So basically what I'm going to do is either write stories, or even tell you real stories, or tell you about my dreams, because if you're my friend, if you're anyone who knows me personally, you'll know that my dreams can get extremely detailed, and very, very vivid. So today, I'm going to be reading you guys, the dream that I wrote down. I actually had it about 2 days ago, and I wrote it down just now because it's so vivid that I can remember every detail, and I'm going to read it to you. And this story is called Rope Bridge. Let's begin. The room was silent. Everyone looked at each other. I felt a tug on my right shoulder as I was pulled around to face my aunt. She told me to get my things and that we were leaving. I nodded. After exposing the staff for kidnapping us, we had no other choice but to leave while we could. Everyone and their kids were storming out the large glass doors and into their cars, leaving almost immediately. I remember the sun being scorching. We were in a large field surrounded by thick brush and tall trees. The building we were in resembled a large school, with very little windows and doors. I remember losing consciousness due to the heat. It was unbearable. Even through my subconscious mind, I could feel how sweaty I was. I was pushed back and forth, forcing me awake. I looked up at Isabel, who was kneeling over me in concern. I shot up and looked around. We were in front of a rope gate. Not big enough for any car to get through, but it was the only entrance into the field we had been in this whole time. However, this is dream logic, so I won't try to explain anything. Isabel and I suppose I already knew her name since I remembered it to this moment, decided to try to get out of there. There was no one else around except for a young kid, probably no older than 6, and his mom. We ignored them, but I took a few glances. The mother was kneeling in front of her kid, like she was trying to convince him to do something. I never made out what she was saying, so we pressed on. We unlatched the rope gate and closed it behind us. There were 2 old-looking rope bridges going in 2 directions, and they hadn't let anyone out except for staff members, so I had no idea which way to go. We decided to go right. We walked along these wobbly rope bridges carefully. I tried not to look down, as the area we were in had extremely steep, smooth hills covered in leaves, which the rope bridges were connected by. The tall pine-like trees with oak-like leaves created a canopy above us, making it dark and foggy, and gave the atmosphere a slight blue tint, like one of those foggy forests you see in horror movies. Isabel found and kept a small trinket in her hand and lost it as we traversed the shaky bridges. We found ourselves on top of a steep, smooth hill, which had a rocky path that went straight down. I didn't remember this, so I decided we'd better go back. Isabel and I made a pleasant conversation, talking about equality and also the annoyances of society. We were barely fazed by being completely alone out in the middle of nowhere. Isabel got her trinket back, though. When we made it back, the mother and son started making their way down the left bridge, the mother helping her son along the narrow and terrifying bridge that Isabel and I would have to be on soon. The bridges going left and right were in a V shape, so we made a tight turn and started following the mom. The bridge dangled over a 600-foot drop, which, near the bottom, transitioned into rolling hills with pastures and farmland. There was an almost diamond-shaped clearing in the trees and rocks where you could see blue skies, tall rocky mountains, and fields way out in the distance. It was beautiful, but the drop an inch away from the bottoms of our feet distracted us from enjoying the view. We witnessed the mother and son step onto a small rocky ledge on the side of the cliff we were next to, and then onto one more short bridge. We weren't far behind. Suddenly, on the last bridge, which was slightly wider than all the other bridges we had been on so far, 3 dogs appeared. My dog, Janine, and 2 unfamiliar beagles, which were following the mother and son. The rope bridge from the cliff led right into the opening, and we found ourselves in this ruin. There were shelves with all types of little baubles and trinkets, and dusty furniture a couple feet below the raised ramp. I noticed a large shelf with relatively clean-looking toys on it. There was a sign that said that anyone who found anything laying around should put the object on this shelf. Isabel gladly did. We all walked through this almost magical doorway that led onto this concrete paving, shaded by trees, and we could see people walking around, just minding their own business. A wave of relief hit everyone as we left this almost Narnia-like world behind. I noticed the mom get out her phone. She had signal, finally. She told her boy to quickly run and get someone. Isabel and I hugged. We had no idea where we were or where we had been. I didn't even look back. But I knew everything was going to be okay. Okay, so that was Rope Bridges. Please leave your feedback on what you think. As you can see, there are speed paints going on in the background, and, yeah, so I'm probably going to do this more often. If I ever have another dream that crazy vivid, I'll write it down and be sure to tell you it. But most of the time I'm going to be writing my own made-up stories, and I will notify you at the beginning if they're real, if they're fake, or if they're a dream, just so you can have an idea. Also, in the video, I'm hoping, because I'm pre-recording all of this, I'm hoping that I added stock photos that could kind of give you an idea of what everything looked like, because in my mind, it's completely vivid and I can see everything, but obviously you might have a harder time imagining and seeing exactly what I'm seeing. So I'm going to try to find pictures, along with the ones that I'm drawing in the video, to help you along and help you figure out what the heck this looked like. So hopefully I did it justice, and yeah, so please leave your feedback if you like these types of videos, and if you want me to do more. I probably will, because honestly I've always loved writing stories and making up these types of things. You can tell because I love dreaming so much, and that I can remember these dreams exactly when I wake up. But I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to go ahead and head out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, and remember to leave feedback and tell me if you guys like this type of video. And leave a like, subscribe. See you guys later. Bye!